Hey guys, today we're working on a 2007 Chevy Avalanche. It's two-wheel drive, the 1500 version. We looked at it a week ago for looked like a transmission leak. We saw that the rear output shaft seal was dripping, so on an incline it was even worse. What we also noticed was on the side of the fuel tank, there looked like there was some fuel residue. And we also smelled a little bit of fuel. We didn't really think much of it then, but we were gonna take a look at it anyway. Well, today when I had it running in the driveway here before I brought it in on the lift, all we saw was a puddle of fuel, and it's essentially spewing now. So we're gonna do two things. I might split in different videos, I might put it in one I don't know yet. He also got a check engine light code for P0454, which is something to do with evap pressure, which may be due to corroded lines. But anyway, we're gonna be removing the drive shaft, we're gonna be replacing the rear output shaft seal on the transmission, and we're gonna be dropping the tank to diagnose what is wrong. I suspect that the fuel pump is corroded. It has pinholes in the top of it, which is causing it to leak. But follow along, we'll show you. So we're gonna get started. There's our fuel. It's definitely spewing a lot more than, well, we didn't even notice fuel last time, but we are losing it pretty heavy right now out of this tank. So very dangerous. I'm glad we're looking at it today. So we're just gonna have to keep working through it. And the first step, it says, for getting this tank out, it suggests taking out the drive shaft. So we're gonna be doing that, and we'll keep working through. While we're doing this, I'm guessing the reason it's still dripping is because pressure has to relieve out of the tank or out of the lines, and now if there's a leak, it's going to do that. But just to make sure we put all this back in the same, I'm just going to mark it with a paint marker the best I can. Not that it should really matter too much. It's not like it's removing the pinion or anything like that. Okay. All right guys, so the first thing we're gonna do is I've marked some paint marker to line up the drive shaft. And now we're gonna be taking off 4 bolts to get the drive shaft out. They look like they're 11 millimeter. They're breaking loose pretty easily. We put some parts blast, PB blaster on there. So we'll go through, take all 4 of these out and slide the drive shaft out. And if you follow along, you can watch us do it. It should be pretty easy. All right, so getting it out, I used a flathead, went around the edge, broke everything loose, pulled it out. To put the new one in, I usually use a big socket or my wheel bearing press kit, and none of them fitted good, so I just got a big pipe wrench and spanned it out to be the right size. And we just kind of hit it around. Everything sat nice and flush, as good as the factory one. I might go by and tap it a little bit, but either way, it's good. We're not going to be putting the drive shaft back in yet because we have to drop our fuel tank. But if you are doing this job, the next part would be put the drive shaft back in, bolt it in, and top it off with fluid, and you're good to go. So good luck. All right, guys. So before we are going to drop our tank, we're going to take our two like jack hoists, put one on each side with a block just to hold some of the weight. And once we do that, we will begin to break loose the tank straps and try to lower it down so I can get in there, take a look around, and see what it's going to need. Yeah. Well, we got the tank down, not without a lot of fighting, unhooking various lines. We did find that the top was very corroded. There was pinholes in the fuel pump, so he's going to run out and grab another one now. In the meantime, Kevin and I are going to take the old fuel pump out, dump all the fuel out so it'll be easier to put it back in, and hopefully we'll get this done today. What a chore.